So who comes up with the grip, the rip, and the dip?
That was Adam, the founder. We do bagels differently. Obviously, we do their sandwiches, but like if you think back of the bagel, like originally these bagel shops that first came to New York, they served hot, warm bagels,
Yes.
and you would grip it and you rip it and dip it in your schmear.
I gripped
Yeah, but you grip it
the rip,
and then you go in deep.
and I go in deep. That's what I want.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Live from Toast Studios in New York City, it's the Hospitality Hangout Podcast. And today's guest is a certified hospitality hustler, Jimmy. We got a certified hospitality hustler, a guy who went from washing dishes at Hooters for $3.18 an hour. I don't know what state that was, but I remember when we started here in New York, it was $2.13, I think, to becoming the CEO of the hottest, the fastest growing, most well-known brand in all of the world right now. Jimmy, PopUp Bagels. Is there a hotter brand? We've got the CEO, Tory Bartlett, here in studio in New York City. Jimmy, live, sitting here with us right now.
First of all, I had the privilege of welcoming everyone more formally to the Hospitality Hangout. My name is Shatsy said is Jimmy Frischling. I am the finance guy, and I had the privilege of sitting next to my brother of another mother, Mr. Michael Schatzberg, a.k.a. Shatsy, a.k.a. the restaurant guy. He's our own personal Cher Madonna. Yeah, right. I always love that. And I have been looking forward to this podcast. I mean, I don't want to oversell, but like this is a brand that is near and dear to the Frischling family's heart. We live in the neighborhood of the Upper East Side store. It is my young daughter's favorite bagel. I can say that. I'm not going to say it's mine because I might offend so many other people we speak.
You could never offend.
But I'll say it is my daughter. As my daughter loves Shake Shack, my daughter loves the PopUp Bagel. It's what I get for her on Saturday and Sunday mornings.
Yeah.
She loves the Sandler phone. Okay, that cracks her up. The Adam
Sandler phone is.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, you're gonna give all the secrets away.
I'll just say we are very excited. So looking forward to this conversation. Shatsy, let's just take us in. Here we have a guy who went from dishwasher, to a VP of operations, a franchisor, and now he's the CEO. As you said, the hustler, the folks that started in the dish room and went to the boardroom.
Well, let's take a deep dive into before we introduce Tory. Everyone sees how good looking he is, but he started out. Let's go back here. Army veteran, 9 months in the reserves.
9 years.
Julie, it says 9 months. I'm saying to myself,
I got kicked out, I guess.
But I didn't want to make fun of you because I'm like saying 9 months in the reserves. Is that something you should really be like? It's 9 years, Julie. Thanks for that one.
Yeah. By the way, since we're sitting down, we were standing up a few moments ago before we walked to the studio.
Right.
Shatsy,
I didn't hear that part.
No, I just want to say you get your ass kicked by.
Well, even if it was 9 years or 9 months.
I'm saying
my ass. By the way, yes. I don't think it's 9 years and 9
months.
I
wouldn't be if I'm you. I'm not making fun of him at all.
But he did. So Tory did start washing dishes at Hooters. How old were you then?
I was 20 years old, 19, 20 years old.
20 years old.
Yeah.
And then let's see. You worked there for how many years?
22 years.
22 years at Hooters.
Yep.
22 years at Hooters. He eventually became the vice president of global business development. Now, why'd you stay so long? What was it? What was it about Hooters that kept you there?
Hold on, we also have Liz coming in with treats. I want Liz to come in with treats.
Treats. There's too much happening right now.
Crazy not to have a bagel.
This is very heavy, by the way. This is. Oh my goodness.
And they're warm. They are warm.
Look, I'm going to put this into the microphone. Do you smell that?
I do.
We have the smell-o-vision. He's
Tory.
22 years at Hooters.
Yeah.
I thought he stayed there because he said it was the food and the atmosphere. I said it was because of the atmosphere of the
chicken wings.
Well, I thought it was
It's the wings.
Actually, funny story. When I was in the Army, so I've been with my wife since high school. Well, we weren't married in high school, obviously.
Right, okay.
But when I was in the Army,
in high school,
she wrote me a letter while I was in basic training, said she got a job at Hooters. And I was like, I don't know what that is. I know there's a race car or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, and so when I came back from the Army, I was going to go to school, and I started looking for a job. I mean, I applied everywhere. Even tried to lie to some people like I knew about cooking and stuff like that, and I couldn't get a job. And she's like, "Well, I can get you a job here." And I was like, "I don't want to be the boyfriend like chasing the girlfriend that's a Hooters girl or whatever." And she's like, I met the people, the manager, and they were just so cool.
And which store was this?
This is in St. Louis Union Station.
Okay, St. Louis.
Yeah, and so I got the job, and it's funny because my wife was so mad at me because I wouldn't even talk to her at work. Like I'm literally back there washing dishes and getting my butt kicked, and I instantly loved it. And, got up, I was washing dishes, and then they brought you up, you get to shake wings, and then you get to do, the grill and the fry. I mean, the grill was like the master station, right? And so just loved it, and, started going to college, and literally just got an opportunity to open a restaurant, be a trainer. And everyone in hospitality knows how fun that is. And just enjoyed that. Got to be a kitchen manager, and then an area supervisor, then a vice president of company operations and franchising. And then, the reason I stayed so long, quite honestly, just there was so many great opportunities. I mean, travel, learn. I mean, I honestly didn't take the traditional path of going to school, obviously, right out of.
But you did
yeah.
go to school.
Yeah, I eventually got my my undergrad, and I got a master's degree as well. But it was funny because I took my master's degree. I took some kind of advanced accounting class or something like that. And I remember sitting there taking it like, wait a minute, this is stuff I've been doing since I was 20 years old, like running a restaurant. So like when you run a restaurant, from a general manager or kitchen manager perspective, you don't realize you're like getting a world-class experience on accounting and marketing and just business in general. So
Everything.
Yeah.
That's why we say that every single person should work in a restaurant at least once in their life.
Absolutely.
Right, Jimmy?
I agree.
Right? Because you really do. You become HR, you become a psychiatrist, a psychologist, an electrician, a plumber, host, right? Doorman.
Yeah.
You also have to. It is a team sport at a restaurant, unlike most businesses that I've experienced or even
You're competing against a lot of people you're working with over the finance world. Jimmy,
Yes,
right?
but again, it is such a collaborative, truly getting your hands dirty. And I find, if you come across a person that's cut their teeth and had success working in hospitality, whether it's front of house or back of house, you can start to, if they had success, you can think they did well working in a team.
No.
Because it takes the team to deliver the experience for the guests and to operate. And I think it's such a unique environment. Everyone should experience.
No, you think about it, like the stressful situations that you're dealing with people that are tough to deal with, a customer or someone that's, been overserved or whatever, like just forcing yourself to be out there and handle those situations. I mean, that's going to set you up for life.
Well, I'm just looking at some of these notes here that I have. I know we got the 9 months in the reserves wrong, but I think we have. So you barely graduate. I mean, so not going to college could be you barely graduated high school. You needed a D- in English.
That's exactly
to
what
walk on the stage.
That's exactly what I got.
And so it wasn't like college were knocking you down the doors for you.
To be honest, it wasn't my fault. My girlfriend wrote the paper, so she didn't do a very good job.
But you did walk across the street. You did go across the stage.
I did.
And then you went to the Army Reserves, and again, 9 months. It's 9 years, Julie.
Yeah.
9 years. And that really was that taught you, I mean, because Jimmy has another ism. He's got a whole bunch of isms. He believes that everyone that, like when we're hiring people, someone that was in hospitality, they were team sports, and the military, right, Jimmy? Or first generation college, right?
I find that the kid that is the first of his or her family to go to college seems to come in with this. I gotta make it happen because I'm the first, and I've do it. So those, and sometimes you come across someone who checks more than one of those boxes.
Yeah.
Not uncommon for someone who's good in hospitality.
But that military training, that's discipline, structure, teamwork.
Yeah, listen, I grew up in, my parents were divorced, and I got to get away with a lot of things. And, during high school, I wasn't a dummy, obviously, but I just didn't sit down. I'm not.
You were doing other things that were more important.
Sure.
In high school, a lot of other things you were doing there.
By the way, what a nice throwback. We have a nice gentleman who married his high school sweetheart. Yeah. My father married his high school sweetheart. They had a 70-year courtship with my mom. 62 years of marriage.
Oh,
I think that's
awesome.
It's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
So then you leave Hooters, and we're going to get to PopUp Bagel, Jimmy. I promise you're going to get there. But there's it's a nice history here. So you leave Hooters. You Southern Proper Hospitality, which owns Tin Lizzie's, right?
Yep.
You worked there for a bit, and then you got to Roar Capital.
Yeah,
that's kind of like Jimmy's world. How'd you get to Roar Capital?
Let me back up just a little bit.
Oh, back up.
No,
okay. No, back up.
Just a little bit.
Let's go like junior high. Let's go elementary school. Let's go all the way.
Yeah, there you go. My first kiss. No,
yeah.
Just kidding. I want to talk about working for like Hooters, which was a family business, and it was sold to private equity, and had a great experience on both sides of that. But when you work for a big company, I went to the Southern Proper Hospitality, great guys. I'm still friends with these guys. And you work for entrepreneurs, you learn a different part of the business. When you work in these big organizations and, somebody's paying sales tax and someone's managing cash, all of a sudden you work as an entrepreneur, you're the person that's handling sales tax and managing cash. And so I learned so much from those guys in that experience of really kind of just, from the lens of an entrepreneur. And I really think it helps me out today of being able to sit in the seat of kind of the franchisee and understand, how they're investing capital and the returns on investments and stuff. So, I've been lucky, but I also think that I've made some really good decisions. And going to that organization and then going to work for Focus Brands and work capital owns.
Right.
It's been a great stepping stone every way.
So when you're at Focus Brands, which were you assigned to a particular brand? Where were you working?
I ran Schlotzsky's, which is a 50-year-old legacy brand. Great brand. With 350 locations. We make our bread. They.
No, it's you.
It is. I still have a lot of.
You still have the we. You still have Schlotzsky's in you.
I love all the franchisees in that company. It's a great product. But people don't know that we make bread in every single location.
That's amazing.
From flour. I mean, so it's like it's a great product. Great people. I mean, literally, there's franchisees that have been there for 50 years, and they've been handed down from their parents. And it's just a great organization.
So then, now we're gonna get to the pop-up, Jimmy, because he's at Rourke, which is Focus Brands, Schlotzsky's and Moe's for 7 years. The phone rings, ding, ding, right?
Yep.
Somebody calls. We don't know who it is, but want to run a 7-unit bagel shop in New York.
Yeah, I started laughing actually.
Who calls you? And because your response was, who calls you?
So
like a headhunter? Is it a friend?
there's a great group, Alice Elliott with the Elliott Group. She's a
wait. Alice calls you herself?
Yeah. No, it wasn't Alice. It was one of her. It was actually Jeff, one of her vice presidents.
We are very close.
Great guy.
We're very close with the Elliott Group.
They're great people.
Alice and the team, Barry.
Yeah, Jeff Elliott is the guy they actually called. And I talk to him all the time, regardless of he's not recruiting. And he said, "Hey, I got this great opportunity. You want to check it out?" I was like, "Jeff," I said, "I'm running almost $1 billion business. I'm not going to go run 7 bagel shops." And quite honestly, I haven't had a bagel since I was in the Army at that point, right? And so, and the
bagel in the Army.
No, and the bagel I had in the Army was like, it's not a. I wouldn't even.
It was an Army bagel.
It wasn't a bagel.
It wasn't
exactly.
It was bread with a hole in it.
So you tell them no.
I said, no, I'm not interested. And they said, hey, we'll just talk to the founder. And Stripes is the investment group. Who I know them. They're great people. I already knew they were. And so I honestly.
Because they got in real early, like after second store or something, right?
I did. But honestly, I took the call just to, keep the relationship.
You want to burn the bridge with Alice Elliott.
Yeah, and Stripes and the great people.
You don't want to burn any bridges over there.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, when I talked with Adam, the founder, who's a great guy, and he's a founder, he's on the phone, he's not even paying attention to me, I don't think, when I talk to him. But there was a guy, Jamie Lissette, who's actually was the interim CEO. He's now our franchisee. Great guy, salty there. He's really the reason I got to know the business. And when my wife and I came up, I did not believe the numbers when they told me. They said, hey, this is what we're doing. I said, BS. Okay, this is just some, you hear a lot of stuff, right?
What are they doing? $5 million a store? Jimmy, what are they doing in the store? Just tell us. Nobody's here.
I'll tell you, Shatsy.
Nobody's listening now.
But Shatsy, I'm a little worried that you may not be able to keep a secret.
So Adam, so you talk to Adam, the founder, and he can't talk you into it, or he didn't really care about talking into it?
No. He's just he's doing like 100 things at the same time, and just a fun guy, energy, and you know how these founders are. He's focused on other things and taking a call from a celebrity. He's probably talking to Adam Sandler. I'll tell you a story about that.
Talking to Adam Sandler.
Yeah, and so. Yeah, but anyways, regardless, my wife and I came up and we literally, and I loved.
You were in Atlanta now.
I was in Atlanta. We came up for the weekend just for fun, anyways, and we loved the walk. So we started at the Upper West Side, and we hit that bagel shop and had a bagel. And at the time they were doing a collab. I forget the name of it, but it was like a pizza marinara schmear. I tried it, and it was just like, this is nothing like I've had before.
This was better than the Army.
No, it was way better than the Army.
Way better than the Army.
And I didn't honestly, I saw the lines. I walked in, I felt the energy of the music thumping and the bagel bouncers going out there and interacting with the guests and stuff.
Now, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Did they know you were coming up? Did you have to wait?
No, they did. No, I didn't have to wait in line. But
so you went to the front of the line and be like, hey, I'm a pretty big deal around here.
Almost.
By the way, the line's a good time at PopUp Bagels.
No, it is.
I just want to tell you, the line's a good time.
It is.
All right. Well, I know Tory didn't spend any time on the line.
Well,
I have.
I have to spend time on the line. I got to tell you, it's not a bad line. People are in a good mood.
So when you and your wife go, then what's your wife's name?
Michelle.
So Michelle and you wait online. No, you don't wait online. You go right to the front.
Yeah.
You get that bagel. You get the Italian sauce.
Yeah, it was like a pizza schmear. I forget the name of it.
Pizza schmear.
It was delicious.
And you're like, this is the best.
It was, and then we literally walked from there. Then we went to the Upper East Side, and then we walked all the way down to Thompson Street, in the Village. And my wife.
What month is this?
This was in the August, September. Something
Okay,
like
so
that.
the weather was nice.
It was beautiful.
It's good.
It
Okay,
was
good
beautiful.
walking weather.
Yeah, I think we walked like 12 miles that day or something.
Beautiful.
And
Got a
I was
steps in.
I was trying to talk her to walk all the way back up, but that didn't work out. We ended up getting a cab.
Yeah, she was
But-
tired by that.
But
Lot
I
of
just
bagels.
love the experience and the energy, and you got to see it all. When people tell you about this, you really can't put it together until you really try it and you go in and so I was sold instantly. Worked out the deal with these guys, and I remember showing up for my first day of work up in Westport, and with Jamie and Adam was there and stuff, and I think there was like 6 people. Like we had one office, literally one office in this little, and I kind of sit there and go, wow, we're really starting to grow. I'll tell you a quick story. I'm literally like this cups here that we have with the schmear. There's the second day I was there, I went and looked where we make these schmears, and there's 4 girls peeling labels and putting them on this thing, and I was like, oh my gosh. How are we going to scale like this?
We're going to have to hire more people.
We're gonna hire
more
more people.
stickers.
No, but it was just great to see. I mean, I'm obviously haven't been here since day one, but be where we're at today and where we're going, and kind of see that it's really special.
So you walk. So you take it. So how many stores did you hit? You hit. Well, no, not all 7. Did you hit all 7?
At the time, there was only 3.
Oh, there were 3.
Yeah, there was 3.
You hit all 3?
Yep, hit all 3.
Oh, see, Julie, you said you got the call. There were 7 shops.
There's 7. Well, in New York.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, because we had Connecticut as
Yes.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was the vodka. It was vodka sauce schmear. So it must have been Carbone, I think.
It probably was.
Because they got that the vodka sauce. Okay. So they got. Now you hit these stores. Your wife loves it. You love it. Now tell us what happens.
So I would say work the deal out, and one thing obviously.
So wait, do you have to call the LA group back and say you're interested?
Oh
now?
yeah, you're trading things out back and forth and
Right.
stuff like that, but just like a normal deal, you work out anything. But it was a great experience and great people, and they wanted me and I wanted them, and so
let's just talk about social media, because social media is a big deal in our lives today, but certainly in hospitality and restaurants. So this is like, they say it's the bagel that broke the internet. I mean, because this was like, living in New York City. I mean, I live in New Jersey. I'm from New Jersey, Jimmy. Did you know that?
It's from Jersey.
I'm from New Jersey.
You know what? They make
But
a
I
nice.
live
They
in New
make,
York
they
City.
make a nice bagel
We have
there
good
too.
pizza and good bagels, okay?
Yes,
But
you do.
something about, look, New York and New Jersey, we know something about bagels. So it's not like it's new. Bagels have been here for a generation. It's been here for a long time. But PopUp Bagels, it literally pops up and it becomes this internet social media sensation. Tell us about that experience, because was that before you got there? Was that during or after or in between, or it's still going on?
yeah, it really come down with Adam, what he did. I mean, from the very beginning, to just Adam is very social and engaging, and he's the fun party guy, and he's the greatest just connector. And he started putting the right people together, and that created an energy. And he was obviously, we landed a couple celebrity investors that kind of continued to
Who's
spread.
that? Tell me who you got.
So, I mean, you can look it up, but we got Paul Rudd, TJ, JJ Watt, Michael Phelps, Michael Strahan, to name a few.
Paul Rudd. See, that's a favorite. But he's from St. Louis,
Yeah, I think he's from Kansas City.
He's from Kansas City. You know that, Jimmy?
I know that now.
Yeah. All right. Well, I always get that all confused about the whole.
Oh, and Paul Rudd doesn't age.
No,
Doesn't age. He's
slapping the bass keeps him.
slapping the bass. Doesn't age.
So who comes up with the grip, the rip, and the dip?
And that was Adam, the founder.
So tell me how that works. Can you show us how that works?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
so
let's see. You
this
do
is
yours. Let's-
you
let's-
talked
let's do
about.
this.
We do bagels differently. Obviously, there's sandwiches, but like if you think back of the bagel, like originally these bagel shops that first came to New York, they served hot, warm bagels.
Yes.
And you would grip it and you rip it and dip it in your schmear.
I gripped,
Yeah, but you grip it,
I rip it,
and then you go in deep.
and I go in deep. Going deep.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
That's what I do. Yeah.
The grip.
And the great thing is,
The rip.
you
Rip, the
you
rip.
can. Some people like a lot of schmear. Some people want a little bit of schmear.
Yeah.
So
I just laugh. Again, native New Yorker, been to my fair bagel shops, and I'll find myself online, and somebody ahead of me is like, they want a bagel, they want them scooped, they start building their sandwiches, and I'm sitting there going, I just want a dozen bagels, I want to get some cream cheese, I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
And I think what my first experience with PopUp had this authentic. First of all, the place they're cooking the bagels right there. You
Smells so
You
good.
can smell it. There's steam on the windows. And you waited on a line, so when you walk in, all of a sudden you feel this energy, and then you basically pick. You want 3, you want 6. You pick your number of bagel. You pick your number in increments of 3. Every 3 bagels gets a schmear, gets a container, and they give you like a little wooden utensil that you could smear, but you can also just, again, grip it, rip it, dip it. And I think it's just so fun. It's like, I'm eating a bagel now.
Well, sometimes you're eating with your friends and they don't like the double dip, so you got to watch the double dip.
Yep.
Yeah, but I got to be honest with you. I double dip.
You dip the chip. You took a bite.
Are you
And then you dipped again.
Tori, is that something that's frowned upon at PopUp Bagel? The double dip?
Not with the right friends, right?
Because, I mean, that's the whole,
That's right.
the whole idea, unless everyone's getting their own bagel with their own dipping.
Yeah, I mean,
Those
listen,
are
if
like
you're the right people, you just go in.
Well, I got to tell you, it's really unbelievable. So, what's like I said, bagels have been around in New York City for a long time. So, what's the secret sauce of PopUp? Like, how does a bagel place become not just relevant, but like game changing?
I think-
What's the secret sauce? And you've been to a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you that one of the reasons I decided to take this gig and have the honor to lead it is that I really think we're disrupting the industry of what we're doing. We're doing 5 bagels and 5 schmears, and that's all we're selling. Like
Keep it simple,
we
stupid.
brought in a drip coffee when I got here, and that's like our newest innovation, if you will. But I was sitting over
Very innovative to have coffee at a bagel shop.
over by your place up on Upper East Side, and I go over to the coffee shop right there, and I'm sitting there having taken a call, and everybody walking in the coffee shop is bringing in a pop-up bagel bag, and they're just getting. Most of them are getting drip coffee, but obviously cold brew is the way to go these days. We're not doing cold brew at this point. But I'm like, holy cow, that's just no-brainer. We can put drip coffee. It's not going to disrupt the operation. So back to the answer to the question is we're doing one thing, doing it really good. We're not trying to be everything to everybody. And so many brands get tripped up of trying to be everything, and it's great.
Now you get a lot of food, big menu, a lot of stuff, and then it becomes complicated.
Yeah, and then you got all these SKUs, and you got to manage them and all that
Inventory
stuff.
problems.
I mean, the great thing about this brand is I'm so proud of we do high volume restaurants, but we only hire 15 people. Like the Upper West Side location, you'll see the lines out there. There's 15 people that work.
So let's talk about collaboration.
All right.
Because again, it's like you don't really think about collaborations when you think about bagels. It's like it's a bagel. What do they collaborate? I got bagels and I got cream cheese. I got a few flavors. But you guys are doing all these collaborations. So tell me how that started and what's the hottest thing going on? How'd that even start? Why? Did people start calling?
Yeah, so Adam originally when Adam started this, Jamie Lissette, who I mentioned, his twin brother was running a company and potato chip company, really cool. And he said, hey, let's take this flavor and make a schmear out of it. And so they did. That was the first collab.
What was it? What potato chip?
I think it was Lutz.
Okay.
Potato chips. And so
Utz.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Utz, because they're Utz is here in New York.
Yeah, and they did the cheddar thing or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And so that was the first collab. And from that, I mean, quite honestly, people think that we pay people to do collabs, and we these are true collaborations. Like they're something that lifts both brands up. And so and they got to be fun. And we've turned down a lot of things, and we've turned down money to do collabs and all that stuff. But like, it's truly a partnership and lifting both brands up. Whatever.
What are you doing with Wingstop? I see Wingstop here.
Yeah, we did the lemon pepper for Super Bowl.
Right.
It was awesome.
So you're taking because Wingstop's famous for all the different sauces.
Yep.
And so you take one of their best sauces.
Yeah, we took one of their great flavors and they're great people, and it's obviously a great growing business. And obviously during Super Bowl week, everyone's ordering wings and stuff like that. And so.
So when somebody from Wingstop calls you, who is it? Is it like the marketing person? Who calls you from Wingstop?
Honestly, most of these we know somebody or they know somebody. It's not really your traditional. Hey, whoever's in charge of collabs, reach out to PopUp Bagels.
It's like organic.
It's very organic.
And then you're like, yeah, that'd be cool. Do they call you? Are you the guy they call? Or is it Adam?
No. Adam does a lot. Adam and our marketing team, Madeline and Arden and Megan on our team, they handle a lot. But Adam. Honestly, Adam is really involved in a lot of it and procuring these.
So look, we talk to everybody about the bagels, and everyone always comes up with. I mean, I think almost everyone, Jimmy, says that their favorite bagel when they say, "How do you take your bagel?" It's the everything bagel,
I just had an everything bagel.
and because everything is hot right now, everything is on everything.
Actually,
right?
all three of us, we had a 5 bagel choice selection.
And we all went
all
with
three
everything.
of us took everything. Because you know what? You get everything.
You do.
Yeah, you gotta
But
do.
let's talk about pickles, because pickles are hot. Pickles are really hot. We had, there's pickles lemonade, there's pickle this, there's pickle that. So you did a Grillo's pickle collab.
Yeah.
To talk about that, because I never had put a pickle on my bagel ever.
No, it's actually I've never had Grillos until that point, and what a unbelievable product that is.
Oh, yeah.
I
don't know.
I'm buying
Did
it
they
now.
start in New York? Because I started seeing them in New York first. I don't know, but Grillos are huge.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I tell you what, that the spicy pickles are unbelievable. I'm buying them now. But how that came about, we just once again just another collab, and I think it's our best collab we've ever done as far as volume goes.
So tell me about the Grillos collab.
Yeah.
Do they send you pickle juice?
No, there's actually chunks of the pickles in there. So we work our manufacturing team works with them to get the product, and then we put it in there.
It's really, and then let me ask you this: are you guys doing now? Right now, the plan for PopUp Bagels is continuing to grow these stores.
Yep.
And you're growing these stores, and they're not franchise; they're company owned.
No, we're doing a mix of both.
Mix, Jimmy.
Yep, mix.
Okay,
Yes.
mix of both.
Yep.
And is there CPG in the future or not now? Or is it happened already and I missed it?
No. I don't think that's who we are right now. And plus, I think our product, we only sell it warm and hot. We're not going to buy them in the frozen bagel section or the section there.
Right.
I think at some point maybe you do a schmear or something like that or a flavor. If you're asking me today, I would say we'd probably do some kind of cool collab with some brand that would show up in CPG. But
Right.
that's not. Listen, we are totally focused on delivering a great hot bagel to consumers in our retail shops right now.
So I want to ask, Tory, I'll ask you both.
You can ask me too, Jimmy.
I'll
if
ask you
you want.
both. Is 0 a number?
Is 0?
It's like a Sesame Street question. Is 0 actually a number?
I don't think 0 is a number.
You don't think
Jimmy.
it's a number?
I don't-
Okay,
I-
let me
I
ask you a
think I'm
question.
going back
Let me
to
ask-
school. I
All
don't
right, let me
think
ask you a
0 was a
question,
number.
Shatsy. How many trees do I have growing out of my head right now? I have 0.
Yeah, you do have 0.
So I think it's a number. But anyway, the reason why.
Well, you got a hat on. We can't see.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
Jimmy,
fair
yeah,
point.
Good point. Thank you,
I
Tory.
think 0 is a number. Okay. And what I want to focus
0 point.
No, what I want to focus on as the finance guy here is PopUp Bagels has spent 0 in terms of paid influencers, as Shatsy mentioned, 0 on paid promotions, 0, not a little, not it was mostly organic. No, we're talking 0 was the number. And I find that to be amazing in terms of not just the collabs. Like we've launched an entire digital show about the food influencers and how there are these brands that are collaborating. When I was growing up, Zagat was how I found restaurants and New York Mag.
Do you say it like it's a French word or something?
Zagat, I think it is Zagat. Anyway, my point is,
They were
my
people.
point is, you guys have basically launched your brand and really become a darling. And you did it with, again, 0 when it comes to influencers. And then you're not famous but known as you're wearing on your hat. And I had, by the way, this hat wasn't gifted to me.
Yeah.
This hat was gifted to me today, but I already had my own because, as I
Jimmy
said,
bought that hat.
I stowed up. I love the hat because I think it's an embedded tagline that you guys have that, you're embedded in the communities and you're really, people embrace what you guys are doing. So you're not famous, you're just known and you're kind of part of the fabric. So from a finance point of view, how do you grow a brand? How does a brand grow as fast as you have while spending literally nothing on marketing?
No, first you got to hire.
yeah.
You got to hire Tory.
No,
you gotta do.
You got to get some good. We have a great team, but honestly, I think it comes back just being authentic of who you are, and we've like I said, we've done a lot of collabs we've turned down, and just being, it's got to be authentic. Number one, and number two, I would say that the product speaks for itself. If you can get our product, combined with a Grillos or
They did a collab with Guinness.
yeah,
We
we had a Guinness on St. Patrick's Day.
Jimmy, do you like this strawberry cream cheese?
That is not my thing, and I respect those who do it. Although if they put it on like a cinnamon raisin
Tory,
bagel,
is strawberry cream cheese legal?
Yes,
It is
it's
legal.
legal. Yep,
yes.
In every state?
not every state.
See, not every state. Jimmy.
For me, it's I like the cream cheese, I like the sky and cream cheese, I like the butter.
I don't know if you can get away with that in Jersey.
Well, this is the Guinness one. Is the chocolate
Yes,
stout cake schmear.
genius.
Is it genius, Jimmy?
I think it's fun for
Well,
St. Patty's Day.
nobody likes Guinness more than you. Am I right?
I'm a big Guinness fan.
Are you? Jimmy brings his own Guinness to restaurants. How sick is
Well,
that?
actually, I bring it to our restaurant because you've yet to like Guinness. We have an Italian restaurant downstairs, and Shatsy feels Guinness may not deserve a place. So if I know I'm going to be down at Isabel's, I'll drop off a couple a couple 4-packs of Guinness. That way, when I get there, I have what I want to drink.
Yeah, awesome.
So I bring my own. I want to ask one more question. And Shatsy, you talk about franchising.
Can I ask 2 more, Jimmy?
You guys you've already sold 300 franchise units. You also had the experience with Rourke, and we talked about Focus Brands. You had the experience with Southern Proper Hospitality. What critical lessons maybe can you say you've learned about your process? Maybe you weren't expecting when you went in, but you've done a lot. So what's something you learned, and maybe what's something you got absolutely right when you came into this 7-unit company?
I think our approach to franchise is a little bit different than other people out there, and there'll be questions down the road, but we are only partnered with large franchisees and large markets. So, like for instance, Cal, who's our franchisee in Florida, he has the whole state except we're building some company stores from Miami to West Palm. He's got the whole state, and so
what brands does he have now?
he's got Marco's Pizza, Dave's Hot Chicken are his two biggest ones.
Yeah, so you're not dealing with anybody like you're not going with like a doctor who's like, my wife would really love to have a franchise.
Well, that's it right there. We decided to partner with people. I mean, obviously, capital is table stakes for any brand you do, right? But someone that understands that this isn't just a transaction. I'm taking people and handing them a bagel, right? Like I talked to another great group in Florida. I didn't have to go with them, but because I didn't think they were going to execute the brand from the energy side. I know they could have done the bagels,
right?
But I didn't know if they really understood. Like 50% of what we do is not just bagels; it's the energy, it's the interaction, the line, and these other things. And so we picked Cal because we knew that he was doing it. And he's doing a great job doing it.
Yeah, and if he's got like Dave's Hot Chicken, that's hot.
Yeah, it's
a
great
brand.
brand.
If they did a really great job with that, you figure they'll do a great job with you guys.
Yeah. But to answer your question what I'm so proud of is that we've got great franchise partners that are growing just as fast if I would have sold 10 people to Florida.
Right.
But we don't need to open 10 tomorrow. We're not trying to take over the world, right? Back to the not famous, but not. We're not trying to be famous. We're trying to be known for good bagels, right? Great bagels. So that's one of the things is, a lot of franchise companies look to bring in like people that cash out their 401k and want to buy a job for their wife or whatever. And that they're great people and they're salt earth and some franchisees need it, but that's not the direction that we took. So that's one lesson that I took. Because you need so many more resources to explain to them, to manage them, to follow up. And, you pick the great franchisee that's large enough, you have a lot fewer conversations and you can be good partners with them.
So Dave's Hot Chicken, we will bring that up again. They just sold for like $1 billion.
Yeah.
With like 300 units in the pipeline or 300 stores open, whatever it is. Like you were at Rourke, so you understand this because these guys buy brands all the time.
Mm-hmm. Rourke actually bought it.
Is that the game plan?
For
Is that
us?
the game? Did they bring you in to run the Rourke playbook, the Dave's Hot Chicken playbook?
No, listen, I mean,
No one's listening.
No,
just,
that's okay.
just the three of us.
Every brand will have an exit strategy. Ours right now is we're extremely focused on growing, the
Just
commitments to
growing
the franchisees, and that stuff will come. I mean, listen, all of our partners are excited about where we're going to be or whatever, but we are extremely focused on delivering what we're at. I mean, we have 27. As I said today, I think we have 27 bagel shops. We're going to open 50 this year. Like I'm committed to open these 50. We're not looking to let's go get $1 billion payout right now. And if we go out and do what we say we're going to do, we'll have the decision to do that if we want to do it.
I love it. I got to tell you, it really is. Let's talk. I mean, it's going to come. I mean, by the way, 27 bagel shops, a lot of bagel shops. I mean,
sorry to interrupt you, but I did a bunch of research on this recently. There's 5,000 bagel shops in the United States.
Yeah.
40% are in 2 states.
I would imagine is that New York, New Jersey?
That's right.
Hey, Jimmy, look at that.
So we call that a lot of white space.
Exactly.
A lot of white space.
Our marketing team calls them bagel deserts. There's a lot of bagel deserts.
So what's the thing is? I mean, so you told me you're going to Florida.
Yep.
That's an obvious spot because a lot of New Yorkers go to Florida. So then, are you jumping over to the West Coast because there's New Yorkers there?
I mean, we're open in San Diego right now, La Jolla. We got great partners there, with the Bagel Boys.
So
shout out to the Bagel
the
Boys.
middle of the country not getting pop-up? Is that?
Yeah, we're open in Chicago. Opens April 10th.
Chicago's not the middle of the country. I know it is, but that's like I don't say it's like the north middle.
St. Louis and Kansas City would be a little bit, but we're open in Texas.
Texas, see
April 24th.
Really?
Yeah.
And they're going to go for the bagels in Texas, you think?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Really?
Because they're
What about
delicious.
Scottsdale? I feel like Scottsdale would be
Scottsdale will open up at the end of this year. By the end
Okay.
of this year, we'll be in most. We won't be in the Pacific Northwest. We'll be in most major markets.
I got to tell you.
We opened DC. We just opened Philly last week. We're opening DC Good Friday.
So there will be a pop-up bagel everywhere in the United States by the end of the year.
Not everywhere, but
Every state.
not every state either. Not Pacific Northwest.
But that's too, and nobody goes there.
Yeah, they do.
No,
Actually, it's a great. The Pacific Northwest is a great bagel market.
Come on, how is it a good bagel market?
It is. I mean, if you look at outside of what I just mentioned,
What's the third state? Where's the other?
the third state is actually Pennsylvania,
Yeah, I can see that.
and
'Cause
then
you're
Boston,
Philly, man.
and then Boston.
Yeah, it's the East Coast, the Northeast, the East Coast. That's bagel country.
But no, from
Wait,
San Francisco,
Oregon, there's no way.
there's a lot of bagel shops.
All right,
out
I'll
there.
take your word for it. Let's change. Let's talk technology because I don't think when you talk about bagels, you don't think a lot of technology. Look, you're still 27 stores. You're growing up a bunch of stores. It's still. Look, it's not a tech business, but it's tech enabled. You need technology to run business today. You guys are Toast customers.
Yep,
On the
Toast.
point of sale side, you got a great point of sale system. So when you think about technology for Pop-Up Bagel, what is it that you're like? Well, here's an area we can use it.
I'll tell you, and it's very easy. Production, like in the shops, like we you got a bagel chef that's like, okay, we got 20 people in line, or we looked at the history of, hey, we did X amount of bagels yesterday at this time. So you're kind of guessing at like how you're proofing the bagels, and so we're low tech right now in that standpoint. I definitely see AI and technology helping our bagel chefs understand demand
Right.
and projected demand.
That makes sense.
And
And you
that-
call them bagel chefs?
Yeah.
So the bagel chefs. Yeah, because why not? I mean, if you have enough data, which you have 27 stores now, you know every hour, every minute, when you're selling, where you're selling, what you're selling, right? So
and you
can
can
start.
anecdotally kind of look at it. And our chefs, and once again, they're chefs. I mean, they're great what they do, but leveraging the technology to take the science and the art and put it together, then you got something. You got the best bagels, the hottest bagels, and you also can reduce waste.
And then Jimmy talked about the line, waiting online. There's always a line at Pop-Up Bagels. And now Jimmy says it's part of the experience. Me, I see the line, I go the other way. But Jimmy says it's an experience. A lot of your guests do look at it as an experience.
Sometimes if we do have a really long line, we'll give the last person in the line a hat or a bagel. But honestly, like if you go down to Thompson Street here, we have Gabe the actor. He's our bagel bouncer, and
Right.
man, he's a hoot. Like
So he's just entertaining people.
I mean, he's working, but he's entertaining. I'm like, and he meeting you. He wants to know where you're from. I mean, it's a fun. And the other thing too is like the people in the line. Like you're engaging with other people in line. And quite honestly, our lines are not like some of the other lines where people are waiting for sandwiches. Our lines move pretty
I was
fast.
going to say
Well, I
they
was gonna
move
say, they
because
move,
basically
right.
you're ordering bagels. I'll take 3, I'll take 6, 9, 12, whatever, and then you're getting the schmears. It
Right.
moves.
All right, Jimmy, we got to take a really quick break, but we will be right back because we got Hot or Not, we got the Flavor Safari, we got Branded Quickfire. Trust me, not going to want to miss this. We are back, and we are with Tory from Pop-Up Bagels here in New York City, live from the studio. We are at Toast Studios. Pop-Up Bagel is a Toast customer, part of their tech stack, but we are going into Hot or Not. Here we go. I'm going to throw out a word, and you just say, is it hot or not? Are you ready? AI-powered drive-thru. Is that hot or not?
Not.
Shrinkflation, smaller portions, same price. That hot or not?
Definitely not hot.
Not hot. Ghost kitchens. Is that hot or not?
Not.
QR code menus. Is that hot or not?
No.
Jimmy, I
Not.
don't know what you're going to do.
Give me one that's hot, please.
Waiting in line at a restaurant for a restaurant experience.
Hot.
Very hot. Okay,
hot.
that's very hot. Pickled flavor, everything.
Hot.
Jimmy?
I think that line question may have been, hey, ball meets soft. We got
Yeah.
softball.
Yeah.
You know what? Yes, of course we could talk about what you just said was hot, but maybe I'm going to go with I'm going to lean on the knots.
Yeah.
And I think I would have expected each of those to be knots because none of those really scream care for your guests. They're somewhat impersonal or even potentially almost taking advantage. But I don't want to lead the witness, not that you're
No,
a witness.
I'll
but
take-
You
expand
love doing that,
but
Jimmy.
expand
You're the
upon
king of leading the
But
witness.
expand upon that because you
me-
went no to those things.
Let me tell you
Not
just a
hot.
quick
Yeah.
story. So we did a deal in Minnesota.
Yep.
Great franchisees, and we haven't opened there yet. But we're like, hey, we get a lot of drive-through locations. Would you guys be interested in doing a drive-through? I was like, listen, At some point, maybe, but I think that our experience and we're launching a new brand into it, you got to get the full experience, right? Now, listen,
Yeah,
Minnesota.
you're not going to get the smell from the drive-through.
No, but you're not going to get. It's probably at some point it might be something that we'd entertain, but right now, no. And so I think about AI drive-throughs, and listen, if I was back at Schlotsky's, I'd probably maybe consider something like that. But
How many Schlotsky stores are there?
I think there's 300 and
Yeah,
something.
I mean, you got a long way until you're at that maturation.
Yeah,
But I also think I mean, depending on the environment, but like the menu development, design, the graphic design, the fonts, everything about it, the paper, like somebody really thought about that. So I think getting a menu, a real nice menu, it's a real part of the experience, to your point.
Yeah, and I get it at an airport or something. Like you're sitting at an airport bar. I somewhat understand that. Matter of fact, I might want to pay on that. Like I understand that. But like if I'm going to a restaurant here, Park, I want to sit down. I want to feel it.
That's part of the experience. Yeah, that's hospitality, without a doubt. Jimmy, are we ready to move on to the flavor safari?
Yeah, I want to see this flavor.
Is a bagel a sandwich?
No.
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Dory? No.
I love hot dogs.
Is a calzone a sandwich?
A calzone. Nope, that's a folded over pizza.
It's a folded over pizza. Is a dumpling a sandwich?
Nope. Delicious.
So he likes hot dogs.
He likes all these things.
Is a croissant a sandwich?
A croissant? Nope.
Jimmy? Nothing is a sandwich.
Tory got them all correct.
But I go home. I take my pop-up bagel home. I slice it.
Make a sandwich if you want. Put
Whatever
you want.
You make a sandwich if you want, Jimmy.
Sure.
So it is a sandwich.
No. You bought a bagel.
Listen, let's go. Jimmy, we will continue the sandwich debate.
By the way, Tory was perfect.
All right, let's jump into the little branded quickfire. Are you ready? Lightning round. First thing comes to your mind, okay? First timer to pop up. What do you recommend the order? First timer at Pop-Up Bagel. What's the order? What is
Everything bagel, scallion, cream
Everything bagel, scallion cream cheese. Yep. That is from the CEO of Pop-Up Bagel. Okay. All right, and how do you take your bagel? Is it just the way you said it?
Just the way I said. I mean, honestly, we only sell it in New York, but we have the whitefish. I love the whitefish
spread.
Yeah, it's delicious. I had it this morning for breakfast. It was unbelievable.
Any city in the world to travel to, where is it? You and Michelle, the two of you, alone, very romantic.
We love to go to San Francisco. Love it.
The founder of Pop-Up Bagel.
Yep.
He calls you up right now. What does he want?
He probably wants to
tell you not to do the show anymore.
No, he probably got some crazy idea on a collab or a partnership or his buddy that he's got that owns a real estate deal or something, and they're all 50% are good ideas and 50% are really bad ideas.
That's okay. So
not bad.
But listen, at least he's calling you.
No, yeah. So, once again, this is Adam Goldberg's ideas. It's like he came up with this cool idea. Like, wouldn't it be cool if we had a phone where only people like celebrities and cool people had that number? Matter of fact, I don't have the number. Right. Like, I don't even have the number. But when that phone rings,
I can give it.
Every store has a phone.
Every store. But when that phone rings, you should see the staff like wanting an answer he's on the phone. But Michael Strahan calls it a lot on the Upper West Side. And
how many people do you think have the number?
I mean, it's probably 20 for each shop.
And what do you get when you call it?
Someone answers.
Yeah, they answer, and we take their
Pop-Up
order.
Bagel, I'm help you.
Yeah, but it's just a direct line to get hot bagels.
It's the bat phone.
So you don't have to wait on
It's
line.
exactly like the bat phone. Yeah.
Yo, it's Stray. I'm coming in. You know what I want. I got it. All right. If you have dinner, anyone, dead or alive, not Jimmy or I, are not allowed. Because I know your first would be me, second would be Jimmy.
That's right.
Who you having dinner with?
Abraham Lincoln.
Didn't even think about it, Jimmy. Once I told him I was off the table, he immediately went to Abraham.
Well, he was first, yeah.
Abraham Lincoln. Well, you were never having dinner with Jimmy. There was no way you were ever saying Jimmy. I think you probably were like, I gotta tell you, I like this Shatsy. I think we could have dinner together, you know? I don't know about Michelle would like him so much, but I like him.
You're talking, I probably will have dinner with you at some point.
Yeah, see, we're having dinner. Jimmy, you're not even coming.
I'll stop for a Guinness. I'll be on my way home.
There you go.
All right, so Abraham Lincoln. Can I ask you why Abraham Lincoln?
I just have so much respect for him coming from nothing and what he did for the country, and just I think that he'd just be an unbelievable person to sit down and have a meal with.
Yeah. Where would you go?
Probably, obviously, in D.C. somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know a good restaurant.
What kind of food do you think Abraham Lincoln liked? There's nobody liked Italian food. Like, did they have Italian food?
I can imagine like a hanger steak and beans or something.
Is that what he would probably ate? I don't know. Like, there's no way he's ever had a bagel. Last thing, if you could challenge Jimmy or I to a game of beer pong, who do you have better odds of beating in beer pong?
I think Tory's going to say he could beat us both. But
could
the
definitely
question
beat
is who'd you have better chance of beating?
Well, I know you're a Guinness guy, so I
Yes.
can't imagine you beer ponging with Guinness.
Not
but
beer pong with Guinness.
Darts? What about darts?
darts. I'm winning.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
I'm
My
not
wife,
good at darts.
my wife
not,
Michelle's
I'm
actually
not
pretty good,
saying
too.
Tory can't beat me. I'm just saying.
Wait, he just when I said darts, he immediately said
Well,
he's winning.
I'll tell you, if there's any sport with drinking alcohol, I'm good at it.
Oh my God! All right, Jimbo, I got to tell you, I think unless you have anything else, Jimbo, we can bring it home right now.
I want to bring it home. Tory, you've been an outstanding guest.
Oh my
and
God, we're
thank
so
you.
late.
And
Holy
thank you
shit.
so much for joining us on the Hospitality Hangout. Here's a gentleman who's gone from the $3.18 an hour washing dishes over at Hooters to being the leader, the CEO of the fastest growing bagel company in the country, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know. It is a tremendous story. We're rooting for you.
It's cooking with Congress.
Cooking with Congress. What I do want to say, it didn't come up, but I think New York takes great pride in its bagels, and we often talk about why the bagels in New York are so good. Let me tell you the secret ingredient about PopUp Bagels, more than any other bagel shop I've been at. It's called love.
That's right.
Okay,
It is love.
That from the moment you're online, the bagel bouncers to you go to, and I agree, kiosks for pop-up, no thank you,
Yeah.
because your staff is too fun and into it, and there's music and there's energy, and I think that's really special. If you haven't been to PopUp Bagels, check it out, because I'm telling you, it's a good time. If you want to learn more about PopUp Bagels, learn more about Tory, you want to learn more about franchise opportunities, you can email the podcast team at podcast@branded.nyc. We'll make a warm intro for you, and you can find a pop-up bagel near you at popupbagels.com. URL is
popupbagels.com.
popupbagels.com. Thank you so much, Tory
it's
Schatz.
been
Close
fun.
this out.
All right, everybody. This was, listen, if you want to check us out, you want to see how good looking Tory is, at Hospitality Hangout on YouTube, check us out. We've got about 10,000 subscribers now, Jimmy. We're at 10,000 subscribers. I got to tell you, we're moving fast over there. Check out the Hospitality Headline on the weekends. It's hospitalityheadline.com, and you can listen and read all about us. And there's nothing else for us. So, Tory, thank you. PopUp Bagel.
Hot bagels.
The greatest bagels. Thank you, everybody.
guys.
Cheers, everybody.